morning, everybody. So today is Friday. Today's Friday. We made it throughout the week. We're about to hit the weekend. Yay. All right. So today's topic is going to be recall. Remember, recall. I read Psalm 22, verse 4 and 5. It says, "In you our fathers put their trust. They trusted and you delivered them. They cried to you and were saved. In you they trusted and were not disappointed." What? Good verse. Verse 24. "For he has not despised or disdained," sorry, I have to read my own writing, "the suffering of the afflicted one. He has not hidden his face from him, but has listened to his cry for help." And there's only one question that I could even use, really, because I really don't like any of them. But reading it made me think of remembering the things that God did. That's why I call this recall. Remembering the things that God has done for you. Because in those times of despair and times of trouble, those times that you feel like God is nowhere to be found, like he's not hearing you, no matter how much you cry out, no matter how much you pray, you need to recall those things. Because the question is, when you are stricken with grief, feeling abandoned even by God, how do you express yourself? Disbelief, tears, anger, woe is me. Hello, I've been there. Thinking about your death, bargaining with God. Who hasn't done all of those? Like, seriously. I put probably all the above. And I said, in these times, we have to remember the things God has done for us in the past. And the scripture is about David, okay? Psalm 22. I think the majority of the Psalms are David. But he's a man after God's heart. And I said, if even David has to recall the things that God did for him and his ancestors, then who are we? You know what I'm saying? So if you read Psalm 22, which I encourage you to do, it's longer than the other Psalms, I think, but it's not quite that long. Read it, and it's talking about him, and he's always like, he's like I think like a pendulum thing, like he swings from one side to the other, like, God, where are you at? God, where are you at? And there you are, God, there you are, you know, you're great. But in the scripture, it's talking about him recalling the things that God, part of it anyway, is talking about him recalling the things that God did, because he starts talking about, you did this for us, you did that for us. And it made me think of that recall, like he's remembering the things that God did for him to help him get out of that woe is me attitude, you know? So what I'm saying is, if David, someone that God called a man after his own heart, had to sit there and remember at times the things that God has done for him, then we're no different. You know what I'm saying? Because David was like awesome. And here we are. Not that you're not awesome, because you're awesome. But we need to recall those things that God has done for us. You know what I'm saying? Because the enemy likes us to forget or put it out of our mind, you know, of the things that God has done, to make us feel like God's not going to do anything. God's not going to be there. And we all know that's a lie, because God said he will never leave us, nor forsake us. He's with us to the end of the age. Hello? Okay? So this is my suggestion to you, to us, because I have to remember this myself, is that when you get in those times, you know, where you're just, everything is hitting you left and right, and you're just kind of having that woe is me attitude, I encourage you to get out a piece of paper, literally, or if you don't know what paper is, just a joke, that you can type it up in a Word document, whatever you want to do. But actually, I kind of encourage you to sit there and write it out on a piece of paper. Just start with whatever you can think of that God has done for you. Keep going with all this stuff that God has done for you, you know, and then it's like your mind is kind of like being renewed, like, hey, hello, stupid. And I'm just talking for myself, okay, because I'm not calling anybody stupid. I'm talking to myself. If God did XYZ for you, why wouldn't he do for you now? You know what I'm saying? And the scripture that came to me is from Hebrews, I can never talk, 13:8. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. What? So that means he's not going to change. So what he did for you yesterday, why wouldn't he do it for you now? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't he? So that's my challenge to you. If you get in those times of woe is me, you know, anger, tears, just disappointed, just feeling like God's not there, get out a piece of paper and start writing down the things that God has done for you. And I'm talking about you sit there and you remember everything until you fill that whole page up. And then, like I said, you're going to be renewing your mind, like, God did this for me, God did this for me, God did this, oh, God did this, oh, God did this, you know. And you're going to know that eventually he's going to do something for you again, you know. So sorry, distracted. Yeah, just do that. That's your challenge. Recall. Anyways, trying to have a little fun. Today's Friday. I hope y'all have a fabulous Friday. Hope y'all have a fabulous weekend. But yay, I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. But anyways, it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be a fabulous weekend. Cannot wait for the word from Pastor Stephen. Week 3, Waymaker. What? 3 W makes a W. Okay, I got issues. Anyways, love y'all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.